Yeah.
and he says it the Ghanaian way.
Yeah. Shatawali.
Yeah.
Okay, so at a concert, are you the sitting or standing type?
It depends on who is performing and how the music kicks. But normally I dance, when you get into the groove. Yeah.
Okay. Who's your favorite actor?
Denzel Washington, and I like Jason Statham too.
You.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. There we are on the same page.
Some very, very good actors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Statham is a very serious guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Action.
I like him.
Too much.
Does that mean you love a lot of action movies?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
All right, nice. What would you do with $1 million?
Live my dream, and my dream is to see beautiful places, hop on the plane, go to beautiful destinations, and make memories.
Which TV show would you love to feature in?
Because I was an action person, I loved 24, Jack Bauer.
Oh.
Thank you. And I keep telling people, I always tell people, watch 24. Watch 24, watch 24. Have you watched it, PZ?
Yeah.
Events happen in real time.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And Chloe was just there
Yeah.
also. You've made me feel like watching it again.
Wow.
Nice one.
Wow. Now you're going to have Hope telling us
No,
about
sorry,
24 the whole week
24.
next week.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually,
Trust.
Chloe was the IT guru. Quick.
Wow.
Somebody stop me on 24.
And,
No, I love it.
One name that I loved was Habib Marwan.
Habib,
Marwan.
yeah.
The name stuck with me, even though he was the bad guy. I love the name.
Yeah, that character was interesting. Yeah. Okay, nice one. We move on. Are you a mocktail or a cocktail person?
Cocktail.
Cocktail.
And I like it strong.
Okay.
Make sure it's strong.
Yeah, the names for the cocktails we won't ask because we know how the names come. Yeah, we don't know the names in Ghana, but in Zambia, they are not radio friendly, most of them, for the cocktails. You know that, PZ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They are not radio friendly, so we move on.
Let's move on from those. What would be the title of your autobiography?
Well, PZ, to be honest, I have thought about it. Yeah. Making shoes for the president. It's just a name someone mentioned. Or making shoes. I have at a point fancied running for president in Ghana. So I said I'm making shoes to the Flagstaff House. That is the seat of governance. Yeah. So I have thought about it.
Okay.
I have thought about it, but I have not come up with a very convincing name yet.
Okay. All right.
Right, next one. How often do you like to skip work?
Not very often, because I feel very bad if I am not working, even though I work for myself. There's that guilt why you are wasting time. You are not serious. So I always want to find something to do. If I'm not working, I want to convince myself that whatever that I am doing in the long run dovetails into work. So I tell myself, sometimes I lie to myself that this is also work. Just to tone down the guilt.
All right. The last one. What is the best compliment you've ever received?
The best compliments I've ever received. Your shoes last. And this was from a very top person, a person who could buy shoes from any part of the world, at any price. I didn't even know that he had come to the shop to buy some shoes, but he met me at an event, and indeed he was wearing. I've had these shoes for the past 3 years, and they really, really durable. For me, yes, it was a great compliment.
All right, nice one. All right, we're done with the quick fire. In case you're just joining us, it's the Red Hot Breakfast Show, and our guest presenter this morning is Tonyi Senayah.
Kick off your day with PZ, Hope, and Chromes on the RHB, brought to you in partnership with Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
Do you know that now you can pay for port charges using Visa or MasterCard? Tanzania Ports Authority, in charge of all ports in Tanzania, including the Dar es Salaam port, has introduced Visa and MasterCard services where you can pay for port charges at your own convenience in a fast, simple, and secure way. For more information, please visit our office at Tanzania High Commission in Long Acres, Lusaka. Visit www.ports.go.tz tz or email tpa.lusaka@ports.go.tz. Give us a call on +260 977 489 632. Dar es Salaam Port, your gateway to global trade and prosperity.
We are the people that do. We're the ones shaking up the world. We do ideas. We do innovation. We do stuff that makes life easier. We do fitness because health is the ultimate wealth. But we don't do it alone because when we do it together, we're stronger. We do good food because our bodies deserve it and because prevention is better than cure. We do money because thinking ahead leads to a brighter future. We do good because the world can be a better place. We do love. We do family. We do life. Prudential, helping you get the most out of life.
Liquid Fiber is unbundled internet to your home for you and your entire family. Say goodbye to buffering and slow downloads. And when you pay for sign-up and your first month of connectivity, you get connectivity in your second month absolutely free. Yes, you heard right. That wasn't a mistake. Sign up for Liquid Fiber and get your second month absolutely free. Visit our website zm.liquidhome.tech or call 400 to get started. Currently only available in select parts of Lusaka. Terms and conditions apply. Liquid Home, where speed lives.
The most important meal of the day is definitely breakfast. Start your day off on the right foot with the right information on the Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
RHB with the trio. Every Friday we do have a guest presenter in studio, and today we're glad to host Tonyi Senayah, who is the CEO of Horseman. It's a footwear and leather product manufacturing company. He is Ghanaian. Just have to put it out there, just in case somebody thinks you prefer Nigerian jollof.
All right, so let's kick things off, Tony, with establishing a few things about you. Is this your first time in Lusaka? And what your impression is of the city and its people? Let's start with that.
Well, I was here for the first time in 2018.
Okay.
Yes, I came for a business trip. I mean, as you read my bio, it said that I want to build an African brand. So in 2018, I came here to prospect the possibility of actually setting up a factory here in Lusaka, because Zambia has the most important raw material for shoes and leather product, that is leather. So I went to Zam Leather to have conversations. I had a friend here who I was partnering with, but unfortunately he didn't live here longer after the trip. My impressions about Lusaka, we are not so different from Ghanaians. I mean, same skin color, same head shape, same indiscipline on the roads, you know. Yeah. So unlike other African countries, you can tell when you meet them. But in Zambia, you are not different from Ghana in terms of skin color, body type, head shape. I mean, I'm very particular about the head shape because I went to some places and when you see the hair shape, I can tell now this is not Ghanaian. So, yeah. But of course, your accent is very clear. Yeah, I can easily communicate. Other English-speaking countries, they have very heavy tongue. So.
Oh, okay. So you can really place a Zambian, eh?
Yeah, okay. I like Zambia, and it's very green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are you typically a morning person? What's your morning routine like? What time do you get up? Did we wake you up so early today?
No. I normally wake up very early. As soon as I see that the sun is up, I can't sleep unless I laze around in bed a little bit. But I am an early morning person because I want to catch the news. I want to catch the news. I also go for morning walks depending on my mood.
Okay.
Yeah, if laziness doesn't take over. So I am a morning person.
So do you adhere to the whole 8 hours sleep?
I try. I've had issues with insomnia. And in my early days, I watched this guy, Robert Ludlum, in one of his movies. Is it Born Identity? The assassin. The assassin says one of his weapons was sleep, rest. Rest is a weapon. So it made an impression on me that the body really needs rest. So I really make it a conscious effort to rest as much as I can.
Okay.
All right. So tell us about your trip to Lusaka right now. What brings you here?
Well, I am here for the Mwanakazi Okongola Summit, which is happening today. Yes, I am honored to be here to be a speaker on that summit.
Nice. Why is it important that you attend this summit?
For me, particularly, it ties into my vision of building a brand, an African business. The biggest leather product manufacturer, and in terms of employment and brand preference. So when I had the invitation and I read about the objective of the program, I felt that it ties into my vision. So I've also been on this journey for 13 years, and I've realized that one person cannot do it all. We have to build synergies. We have to build partnership. So for me, it was an opportunity to come back to Lusaka again, meet new people, and see where we can form the synergies and build the Africa that we all dream of building.
Okay. Let's get to understand something, because Horseman is now like a big brand in Ghana. Just paint a picture for us on how Horseman is doing in Ghana.
Well, globally times are tough, but the horse is still running. Yeah. So we have been at it for the past 13 years, making handcrafted shoes, and for me, the dream started when I bought a pair of shoes. I took it to work. I was then doing my national service. My colleagues saw it and they wondered how I could afford such an expensive-looking shoe, considering the amount of allowance that we were being paid then. I told them it was locally made. Those who knew where I lived, because I had a man in my area who was making shoes. So they came through to order. Then I had a friend who worked at PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. They are paid well, So he also ordered, took it to work, and his colleagues liked it. Then it dawned on me that it didn't matter to the Ghanaian where the shoes were coming from, provided they were of top quality. So I decided to venture into it, look into it more. So I sat with the man, did a lot of research, gave him pictures of designs from the internet. He made them. I took it around to friends and they liked it. Then I decided to I also noticed that we had a lot of artisans, and for them it was not necessarily business. I mean, it was hand to mouth, they just sit there and make maybe a pair a week and they don't care. So I decided, okay, why don't I turn this into a business? Let's scale up what they are doing. On one hand, I know people who want Ghana-made shoes. On the other hand, I know skilled labor. But then, how do I marry these two to make a business out of it? That was the birth of Horseman Shoes in 2010. And over the span of 13 years, I within the bounds of modesty, I would say that we are the #1 shoe brand in Ghana. And indeed, at the point, Horseman was the poster brand for SMEs. We've been able to build a clientele across the spectrum, from corporate guys to politicians to presidents, to ministers, and to everybody who matter in the society.
So have you always been that shoe kind of person, shoe-loving kind of person?
Well, for me, it was an opportunity I found. I was very active in student politics when I was in the university, and as part of the check boxes, you have to look good. So yes, occasionally I will spend money to buy some good shoes, but not necessarily because I love shoes, but because I had to look presidential. I had to look presidential.
Okay.
But after school, it was an opportunity that I found, and I think that if you had asked me before I left school, the time I left school in 2007, it was the craze of working in the bank. It was the big boom of the banking industry. But I knew I couldn't work in the bank. I wanted to do people development centered events, work. So I applied a lot to the international NGOs. I applied to some international schools, waiting to hear from them until Horseman came along. So yes, I have always wanted to work with people. So for me, I think the calling was to help these young artisans, young craft people fulfill their dream of being craftsmen. Providing an avenue where they can live their dreams and make a better meaning out of their lives, because most of them go into those crafts because their education was terminated at a point. After senior high school, even after junior high, if you don't make the grades, then they ask you go and learn a vocation. So you go and learn carpentry, mechanic, sewing, shoemaking. So the idea was to look, it's a skill that you've learned. Let's make something fulfilling out of this.
Okay. You mentioned, who, like, in general, who wears the shoes, who wears Horseman shoes in Ghana, but let's be specific. Are there any notable people that wear your shoe brand?
Yes. It will be a tall list, but in 2014 we made shoes for the then sitting president John Mahama, who wore it to Parliament and gave us a huge endorsement that turned around the brand. We have ministers of state currently past. We have popular musicians. We have top radio hosts, and we have the regular guys. So yes, that's John Mahama. John Mahama wore our shoe. The current I make shoes for a lot of parliamentarians currently.
Okay.
A tall list of people.
I hope I'll make it on that list.
I was about to say that.
I was wearing my shirt.
Yeah, sure.
Hope is about to make it to that list. Like in Zambia.
Please. Yeah, in Zambia. When he's out there being interviewed somewhere else, in Zambia, Hope is wearing my shoes. I like that. Very, very nice.
That's very impressive. At the time that, a sitting president gives you an endorsement and says, listen, I'm wearing Horseman shoe made by Tonyi.
Yep.
Did you cope with the demand that came after that?
Nope. Indeed. I was in Parliament House, so I met him a week before at a meeting where he met business people to have an honest conversation with him about our challenges. So after I spoke, then he said that he would want to order a pair. I didn't even know he was going to wear it. So a day before his State of the Nation address, I got a call from one of his aides that the shoes, I said they are ready. So I delivered around 10 p.m.
Hey.
When I go around 1 a.m., the guy called me again that the president wants you to be in the chamber tomorrow. Then I said, my wife and son are coming from the U.S., so I have to be at the airport. And I said, young man, are you serious? Do you understand?
I would ask you the same question. What are you talking about? Get them on a cab.
Young man, are you serious? So as I was in the chamber, for me, it was an honor to be there in the first place. I've never been to the Parliament House before. Yeah. And then along the line, the guy mentions that he's wearing Horseman shoes. He calls out my name. 10 minutes later, my phone dies. Calls from all over the place, including top CEOs calling to congratulate me. Afterwards, we couldn't keep up with demand. It was really a turning point for the brand. Regular people would drive on the street and see our shop and walk in. Is it true that you guys made the shoes for the president? What design did he wear? So we sold a number of copies of the design that we made for him. And till to date, when you meet me at the shop personally, I want to hold small conversations as to how you heard of the brand. And most people will tell me, oh yeah, I remember 10 years ago the president mentioned this brand. And it also put in the minds of people that it was a very expensive brand. So those who are able to come to the shop and when they see their price, oh, okay. Actually, it's pocket friendly. We thought that because the president wore the shoe, is like.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask, how much did you charge him, or you put a little extra?
Oh no, I mean,
because it was the president.
I didn't charge. You see, I asked people, marketing experts, that if they were managing the president, how much they would have charged the brand for that endorsement.
Yeah,
nobody was able to put
a price on
a price on that. I think it was very priceless.
You know what? God knows who to give what. Imagine it's me.
I hope would have
the president wearing my. No one can talk to me. Like, who will talk to me afterwards? The president is wearing my shoes. We're done. Like, no. So another thing we need to throw in, is finances. I know there's so many people, upcoming entrepreneurs and all, who are listening in right now, and their biggest struggle is finances. It has to come in. How easy was it for you?
Well,
even after getting such a huge endorsement.
It wasn't easy. It has never been easy. But having been in the terrain for the past 13 years, I always say that businesses or startups need a bit more than money. Financing necessarily may not be the hurdles to surmount when you start business. So for me, fortunately, I had a family that was very supportive. I didn't need much, but at that time it was really a big deal. So I called on my dad, my late dad, my sister. I had friends whom I called on. So immediately I started. Fortunately, I got some huge contracts to do school sandals. So I didn't have the money. So I called friends from school, like my old schoolmates, that, Chief, I have gotten this contract to do this to execute sandals for a number of about 6,000 units of sandals. I don't have the money. Give me money, and I'll give you interest. So one way of raising finances is having a credibility. You know, because these guys have known me over a number of years, and they could vouch for my credibility. We didn't even sign agreements. I was in Kumasi, another city where my factory is. They were in Accra. They just wired the money into my account. So I mean, in terms of looking for financing, there are a lot of options. One, they will say family and friends, which is very true, and I have really lived on that for the past 13 years.
Family and friends.
Family and friends.
Family,
yes.
Hey.
Family. Yeah, so family and friends, I mean, your close circle. Because if they are not comfortable to risk their money with you, institutions wouldn't. And banks will tell you they don't fund startup, and you would agree with them because they don't want to take the risk.
Yeah, actually I was about to ask how it is there with banks and giving out loans and all.
A lot of the times, young businesses have not even run the track to get the experience to manage huge financing. So I normally teach people, I normally tell people to really start small and grow the business, learn how to make mistakes, correct their mistakes, learn how to manage small funds, such that when the big money comes, they will know how to manage it.
Okay, so has it been all smooth with you, or you felt like giving up at some point?
A lot of times, because I work with artisans who at a point didn't understand the vision, and I'm sure artisans are the same everywhere on the continent. They don't care about timelines. They don't care about what you are trying to build. They have their own plans.
They want to get paid. It's you're the vision.
I had a guy whom, when I paid on Saturday, he would turn up on Monday with hangover. And you would sit and plan production, agree on timelines. In the middle of the week, you call one guy, someone in their family swallowed a needle, so he's been called to. It's
everywhere.
It's like we have the same excuses everywhere.
Yeah.
Someone has died. Your grandmother has died 3 times.
Yes. So yes, excuses, and so that has been one of the biggest challenges that I have faced, and they gave me a lot of trouble because I was trying to build something bigger. And when the brand gathered momentum, people had expectations that when they place an order, you give them 3 weeks, then it turns into a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So those challenges really, really, really got to me. So at the point, I told them that, look, one day I will tell you I'm going to the US, I will never come back again, because I have had it. Quite apart from that, then we have issues with government regulations and all that. Yeah, small businesses really struggle keeping up with their statutory obligations. Sometimes it's not because that they really want to default. They don't have help, because as a small business person, you are the marketing manager, you are the finance person, you are everything. So sitting down to put your books together for the tax person is a challenge, and they can also be a bit high-handed when it comes to small businesses. So governments, regulatory agencies has also been a bit of challenge. I defaulted in taxes. They didn't come after me, but then because of the accelerator program that I went through, I knew that is my obligation to fulfill my taxes. I went for negotiations, and someone wanted to be play tough. I told him, Chief, I am looking for an excuse to stop. So if you push me, I will stop and tell them that because you harassed me, I have stopped.
But was it the PhD syndrome? Pull him down.
Yeah, pull him down. So yes, it's a myriad of
was it a subtle threat that I know the president?
Oh no! Oh no!
It's okay.
No,
I'll tell the guy that wears the shoes.
Yeah,
I'll tell my biggest client.
I would do that. Me.
Because it's very tough. It's very tough trying to do business, and I always say that seems like a punishment if you want to do the right thing.
Yeah.
People who cut corners, they are far gone. But you want to play by the book, you rather struggle with authorities and with the system try to suppress you if you want to do the right thing. But hey, once we are committed to it, we are here, and hopefully the horse will finish its race.
Okay, let's get to the news headlines at 8. Thereafter, we'll get to hear a song that you pick, one of your favorite songs. But that's coming up right after the news headlines at 8. Keep it locked right here. We are having breakfast with the CEO of Horseman Shoe. He is, they specialize in footwear. That's your leather product, and it's a manufacturing company as well. Tonyi Senayah is from Ghana, having breakfast with us today. Let's get to the news headlines at 8.
The news headlines every second hour
are sponsored by Swan Insurance Zambia. For you, for them, for life. Swan, for life.
Good morning. The headlines at 8. The Anti-Corruption Commission has denied working under instructions from State House or any politician on who to pursue for corruption. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources says it has requested the Treasury to release about 19 million kwacha for the implementation of an effective digital issuance of title deeds. Justice Minister Mulambo Haimbe says his ministry is working closely with the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security and law enforcement agencies to ensure protection of inmates. Tense exchanges marked the cross-examination of writer Jean Carroll as she took the stand for a second day in her rape trial against Donald Trump. And in sports, Newcastle took a huge stride towards Champions League football next season by inflicting a demoralizing defeat on struggling Everton, who remain rooted in the Premier League's relegation zone. Ends the headlines. Join us for more at 9.
Zambia's award-winning and most trusted news and entertainment provider. Consistently delivering unrivaled world-class radio 24/7, 365. We are Hot FM.
Download the SC mobile app and join our award-winning digital banking platform that offers you the privilege to bank on the go, anytime, anywhere. Have your contactless Gold Visa debit card delivered to your doorstep. Enjoy zero minimum balance on your account, plus the benefit of having zero management fees on your account. All you need is your NRC, TPIN, and a selfie to open your SC Mobile digital bank account. Go on, download and open an account on SC Mobile app from Google and App Store now and enjoy these benefits and more. Terms and conditions apply. Standard Chartered. Here for good.
Fraud makers of Nutrifeed, Rose Breeders, the number one for your feed. Rose Breeders, fraud makers of Nutrifeed, Rose Breeders, the formula for success. Rose Breeders. Rose Breeders,
your number one supplier of quality broiler feed, ranging from starter, grower to finisher. Get your day-old chicks from Ross Breeders and ensure their fast growth with NutriFeed. Remember to order ahead of time so that your birds always have feed.
Ross Breeders.
At Zanaco, we believe that part of life's formula is saving. That is why we are improving your village banking experience with our Village Banking Plus account. Enjoy attractive interest rates at the end of your cycle, free banking, and more. Let us be part of the growth of your village banking. Open a Zanaco Village Banking Plus account today. Call 5000 for more information. Zanaco, growing communities through savings.
The time is 8:03. This time check is brought to you by Zanaco. Think outside the branch this long weekend. You can use the following channels to bank: internet banking, mobile banking, the Zanaco mobile banking app available on Android and iOS, ATMs, and express agents.
Tumandalama sikuvuta na Zanaco. Cash out never easy na Zanaco. Bill payment ni easy na Zanaco. Bank pali ponzi. Bank na Zanaco. Bank pali ponzi. Bank pali ponzi na Zanaco.
chesine ujo uli omsungulya alisanje kushapa abantu achi Big Ben uchitenshi na samula chinewo doctor
unganameko vinango bakulu mulama muntu ati ndimwe ba doctor
omwache kaitwa twalipa abantu ero alepundisha wamuna nalefo okushayina kuti ndanda achinjeshe chibala pabantu mawana
ero ni mulandu kunama nchito yesimu sebenzaka
mwache nombana mwache pressure ilipo mailo tale umfa wino asanda arantumina lero achimwafueko tale umfa wino wamuna
big man
iyo yatile yo mwache tomani mwana alo.
Good morning, Dr. Ben.
Odon. Mwache landa nangu inamwe wachi inuwe doctor mnandi hai.
Bakulu, let's visit about doctor na imwe nchani.
Mwache ulompa kwe tsungu mwache landa vision so mwache na
Dr. Ben.
Odon ni Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe, Odon.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Joe. I believe Dr. Ben has briefed you already.
No.
I'm experiencing occasional palpitations associated with lightheadedness and dizziness.
Could
it be a case of arrhythmogenic cardiomyopathy?
The Driver's Challenge. Covered by Professional Insurance.
Kick off your day with PZ, Hope, and Chromes on the RHB, brought to you in partnership with Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
All right, it's the Red Hot Breakfast Show. It's a Friday, and so we have a guest presenter in studio. Tonyi is still with us. All right, so at this point, we get to find out what song you would love to listen to right now, or just that song that you want to listen to on a Friday like this one today. What's your pick?
Well, I have a wide taste for songs, but I would like to listen to Grams Morgan and People Like You.
People Like You.
What's the story behind the song? Why that song?
Yeah.
People Like You is a song that I felt that was made for my late dad. The lyrics of the song. My dad passed 2 years ago, and if he were alive, he would have turned 70 on Monday, 1st May.
Oh.
So I was telling Penifa that if my dad was alive, I'm not sure I'd have made it for this program, because we would be preparing to celebrate his 70th birthday. He was a good guy. I mean, he was a guy who lived for others, and he was a peaceful guy. He was a peace-loving person. Very selfless, and he was the quiet leader. I got to know when I read Carlo Ancelotti's memoir that there are quiet leaders, people who don't make noise, that they lead. So I mean, when you listen to the lyrics of the song, so because he'll be 1st May, I will not be home. I'll be here. I want to dedicate this song to his memory that I'm far away in Zambia doing the Lord's work.
Okay. Nice.
Let's listen to Grams Morgan. It's called People Like You.
If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around
your sleeve. And if you're trying to be the change you wanna see, if you lay down your life for love so someone could be saved, there's a place for people like you. I heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. There's a place up there for people like you.
This is a beautiful song.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. Just the message. It's deep. It's
beautiful song.
Yeah.
Grand slogan. People like you.
Thanks for introducing me to a new song. I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm hearing it for the first time. I guess you as well, right?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. We continue having breakfast with our guest presenter in studio today. Tony joins us this morning. And in case you're just joining us, we've been talking about a whole lot. And we continue to look at, his company as well, Horseman, which is a manufacturing company, obviously, leather. They're doing leather. They make nice, beautiful shoes. Former Ghanaian president wore his shoes, gave him that endorsement. And we're here having this conversation because he's in Zambia. He's here to attend, is a conference?
Yes.
Yeah,
summit.
the Mwanakazi Summit. Yeah.
Okongola Summit.
Yeah. So we're here with Tony on RHB, and we're having this conversation with him.
So, Tony, what do you think is government's role in promoting innovation and entrepreneurship in Africa?
Well, governments have a very big role to play. But for me, what is lacking is the deliberateness. Each regime will come with their own set of programs, and they're so fragmented. But I think that government should have, or politicians should have, a very big conversation and agree on a destination. So the conversation every year will be how we get there. But unfortunately, especially in Ghana, every government will tell you they are business friendly. They have a lot of programs for the youth, for businesses, but it is so fragmented that there is no continuity. If a government leaves office, they die with their programs. The new government will also come in and start afresh, all manner of programs. So I was happy that the African Trade Agreement came into force. But I think that the conversations have been a lot of conferences, a lot of English. We don't know when they are going to kickstart it. So for me, it is the deliberateness, picking industries, picking people, and holding their hands and pulling them through.
It has to be that deliberate.
Yeah, that like Nigeria did to Dangote. I saw Dangote struck here, and I was Dangote is here too. So I mean, we have to be deliberate. It is really lacking.
Okay.
We should stop the piecemeal approach. We have to be deliberate.
I know, when you have having this conversation with you, it's like we all live in one big country. That's just it's the same
problem.
everywhere.
Same problems.
How are young entrepreneurs supposed to survive in Africa like this? How have you survived? It should be the question.
Well, I mean, motivational speakers will tell you is determination, tenacity, blah blah blah. But beyond that, I also think that there should be help for young businesses. I have benefited from some of those help, either institutional or even on a personal level, and education is key. Not necessarily brick and mortar, but also having the network. I think that most of my networks are people that I met in school, and they are in places. So I just pick up the phone and I call them that, look, I need help in this direction. And quite apart from getting business help, you also need technical help. Most people start businesses based on passion, but at a point you realize that beyond passion, you will need the skill of running a business. So I don't have an expertise in, say, accounting or finance. So get help. You may not necessarily be able to pay, but then come to an arrangement, an agreement with people who also spend their time in shaping your business. So how to survive in Africa? Look, Peter, there's no science. I mean, it's a very difficult terrain. I have been to places where I have seen people have brilliant ideas, but they die with them. Even in Ghana, the cost of renting an office space is very expensive. So you see people whose business ideas exist in briefcases. It's not because that they don't have the dream or they don't have the sense to own, sit in a particular place, but then they can't afford it. What are governments doing? For instance, in Ghana, there is a law that landlords or property owners cannot take rent more than 6 months. But look, when you go to commercial properties, they are demanding 2 years, 5 years. Sometimes the sums involved is the size of your entire capital. So if these deliberate policies are not checked, we will go run in circles, and then only we will have shower drops of successes. But there is so much potential on the continent.
All right. Let's talk about Horseman. In the next 10 years, how big is the vision? Where do you see this brand?
In the next 10 years, I expect Horseman to be in all cities in Africa. So we have started in Juba.
Okay.
Yes, we are currently in Juba with Afro Quality. It's an African concept store where he houses where they house brands from across Africa. So I think 2 months ago we launched in Juba, South Sudan.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are looking within the next 12 months. We are looking at replicating the same concept in. We are coming back to Lusaka. Lusaka we tried 5 years ago, but it didn't go well because of logistical challenges.
Okay.
It's easier for me to send shoes to someone in London or New York from Accra than send shoes to
Zambia.
Yeah, to Zambia because of logistics. So I think these are the issues that the trade should resolve. And so hopefully in the next 10 years, yes, we want to have footprints across Africa. And in as much as it is fanciful to have your shoes in, say, New York or Paris, for me, I want to build that African brand.
Okay.
That anywhere you see this, that African connection.
I like that.
Okay.
What does it take to run a successful business? What tips can you give someone?
Patience, determination. You don't have to be lazy. And also, I tell people, don't do it for the money. If you do it if the money is the sole drive, because in the first 4 or 5 years, you won't see the money as the business plan will tell you, because you do some fanciful Excel sheets. In the next 3 years, I'll be making 3x profits. It's a lie. When you hit the ground, it's a totally different thing. So you have to have a lot of patience. And then money is the consequence of hard work, And what I also realized that in this advent of social media, a lot of people do it for the hype. Most businesses exist only on Facebook and Instagram. In reality, they don't exist. If you want to build a sustainable business, look beyond the hype and build a very solid foundation.
All right. So from the studio, you're proceeding to
Intercontinental
the Intercontinental Hotel for the Mwanakazi Okongola event.
Yes.
What are you bringing to the table today? What should the people that are attending look forward to?
I am come to tell my story and also the beauty of starting small, because every big organization that we see in the world, every big brand that we see today, started from somewhere. I've heard someone share the joke that the Apples and the Amazon started from a garage. So for him, he'll go and look for someone's garage to start from, so that he will have a beautiful story to tell. So yes, the beauty of little things, you know. So I will tell my story, how I started small, and even the brand is very big, but my operations are very small. So yes, you can be very small and mighty.
Okay. I know Lusaka is a very, very beautiful city. Take time to visit places before you leave.
Yes.
Take time to,
or maybe which places have you visited?
Yeah.
Last 5 years when I came, I had the opportunity of meeting Kenneth Kaunda.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I went to his residence and we had a conversation. He prayed for me.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
And he gave me an autographed copy of his book, Letter to My Children.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, he was. We spoke about Ghana. We spoke about Ghana's first president, Kwame Nkrumah. Actually, they were friends, you know. So I have relived that moment forever. You know, when I shared it on social media, it was a very big deal. You know, a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
So this trip, I am looking at visiting one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Victoria Falls. That is tomorrow.
Okay.
I hope to see the Victoria
Falls. And
Falls.
there's the festival.
Yeah, there's a whole festival happening.
You will have a good time.
You have a good time tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, like
Livingston is where everybody will be tomorrow.
Like I said, when Hope asked me if I had $1 million, I want to see places and make memories. Yeah. So before I run off the studio, I brought you chocolates from Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love from Ghana.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
We believe it's one of the best chocolates in the world.
Oh, okay.
It smells really good.
Yes, and also I brought you some shoes made in Zambian color, so we will do some fitting before I leave the studio.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
I know this chocolate.
Gifts.
I already received a text from my wife. She's telling me, don't open it.
Well, I'm quite Crumbs. I was hoping to meet him.
Crumbs is not well, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can keep the chocolate for him.
No, I don't trust you.
Crumbs, I will keep the chocolate for you, my guy. Just, Tony's brought you some chocolate. It's with me.
No, I will leave it with Hope, because I think that
thank you. Trust the woman.
Yes, women are better managers. And,
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy you say that.
Whoa!
All right, so Tony, we're coming to the end of of a conversation. Great conversation we've actually had with you this morning. A lot to learn.
Awesome. Did you serve a prayer for the president?
Did
for
I?
Our president?
No,
I think you should make that happen. You should make a shoe for him.
Well, I mean, I'll be glad. I'll be glad. So, if the powers that be are listening, yes, I'll be glad to meet the president and make some beautiful pair for him.
Yeah.
And I don't even mind using leather from Zambia, because yes, I have to make that statement, because that is the opportunity we are looking for, to set up a factory here, because Zambia has leather, so that it will be the hub within the sub-region.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming through this morning. So, what's for the rest of your stay in Zambia?
Today is a very packed day for the summit. So after the summit, I'm open for drinks. If Hope would invite me for some drinks.
Yes,
yesterday I went to town. I was looking for local gin. But
don't worry, I'll be the tour guide. It's tour guide available.
And I would see a couple of places. I want to go to the Freedom Center or Freedom Square.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a lot happening, as we celebrate KK. Obviously, there's a lot
of
activities.
I saw people running.
Yes,
marathon.
the marathon as well.
Yeah.
So there's all that as we celebrate. Well, thank you so much for coming through. All the best.
Thank you for having me.
Great work that you're doing, and
thank you.
We're happy we had you on the show this morning.
Sure, I'm glad I came.
The most important meal of the day is definitely breakfast. Start your day off on the right foot with the right information on the Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
Every Choppy store has faces you know, because they are run by Zambians. So, this isn't just about making a living. It's about making a life in the places that we love and sharing those lives with you, our customers, who look to us for quality and value. With the people we employ and with our local suppliers who we always look to first. It's the Choppy's way of community sense, loyalty, and spirit. Choppy's. Great value for your money. Choppy. Fashion, fashion, fashion. Every time you stop for a refill at a Puma service station, you know you're going to drive away with clean, high-quality fuel in your car. But that's not all. You could also drive away with something extra. Spend 800 kwacha or more at any of the 34 participating service stations or Super 7 store between 11 to 13 hours and 17 to 19 hours and stand a chance to win your share of 1 million kwacha in instant prizes. And that's not all. You will automatically be entered into the weekly draw where you could win a cash prize of 25,000 kwacha. Visit participating Puma Energy service stations nationwide between the 4th of April and the 20th of May 2023 to win and drive home smiling with quality Puma fuel. T's and C's apply.
You worked hard to build your business, and we know how important it is to you. Your passion helped you build a great business. We can help you take it even further. Whatever inspired you to start your business, we offer you a Women in Business account to help you take it to the next level. We see you're great. Now, let's elevate it. Speak to us about how to get it done. Contact us via email on womeninbusiness@absa.africa. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Football is not the same without Lays. Calling all football fans and Lays lovers to the UEFA Champions League watch party. Stand a chance to win 2 VIP tickets to watch the final game at the Quorum in Lusaka.
He scores!
Football is always better with Lays. No Lays, no game. Follow Lays Zambia on Facebook for details. T's and C's apply.
Proma Events Africa presents Mwanakazi from South Africa, live in Zambia on the 6th of May 2023 at the Lusaka Showgrounds. Also featuring will be Chandana K, Zavin the Couple Queen, and many more. DJs on the decks: DJ Ziggo, DJ Amma, DJ Marlon, and DJ Flex. Get your tickets at the bottle shop, available nationwide, or via Click and Pay website, or use the code *799# exclusive to Zamtel. Early bird tickets are going at 150 kwacha. It will be 200 kwacha on the day. VIP is 500 kwacha and VVIP 1000 kwacha. Contact 0770-832-198 for more information. Mwanakazi Zambia Tour. Time to change my gear. See you there.
So you think you're a careful driver? You never run a red light, always keep space between the car in front of you, and consistently use your indicators. Well, what happens if...
Stop like that. You hit me from there. Come on, man. There's a stop sign.
Stop saying
But that's the way you stop. No way you can stop.
You can never be too careful on the roads, and that's why we're here. So be sure, insure your vehicles, and make the wise choice today. Professional Insurance, the #1 insurance company in Zambia.
This is
Breakfast.
Make some noise! Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.